Good morning. All right, we're going to get started here. Thanks for coming out this morning to talk about another new innovation in Howard County, the PACE program. This is an innovative program where we are going to be able to demonstrate how Howard County is not only business friendly, but environmentally friendly. This is, and you'll hear from our guests later how the program works and what it enables not only commercial building property owners do to make their buildings more efficient, but how it also will help our local businesses, grow their business from folks who are in the energy industry. This program really was the culmination of a lot of hard work from our staff. Mark Thompson, thanks for leading the effort on that, and also Linda Watson, the Department of Finance, and our law office as well. It gets a little complicated on the back end, and those folks really smoothed out all the details on it. So it really came together as a team effort. I want to start off this morning by introducing our county executive to describe a little bit more about the program and welcome it.
I'm not going to describe much. You guys do that. No, thank you, Larry. I am not going to describe much at all because I don't understand it as much as everyone else does as well. All I know is that this is something that's going to help our commercial folks and help them be more environmental, give them actually access to the capital and the ability to make some of these improvements that we want to make sure we have. And it's just another example of why Howard County is such a great place to work and live, because we focus on ways in which we can help our businesses to be environmentally good for our community and good for themselves, but also save money and do everything else that's great. And also, frankly, add more jobs. I mean, this is an awful lot about having more jobs in our community as well. And so I appreciate everybody's hard work on this. I know that Council Vice Chair John Weinstein is here. Thank you for joining us. And John was certainly impactful in getting this passed. And we were just talking about the long night of the public hearing. But that's just, I think more than anything else, this is an example of Howard County and making sure that we can be on the forefront of ensuring that our businesses have the ability to grow jobs, but also do so in an environmentally productive way for our citizens. So I am not going to go into the details of how this works, even though I know it perfectly. But I'm going to turn back over to Larry so he can introduce those who know how to do it better. There you go, Larry. Thank you. Thank you all very much.
So the program is administered by PFS. This is a company that the county had selected through a bid process. They do this across the state and in other areas to administer the program. And I'm going to ask Gerard and Neely to come up and talk a little bit about their role.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm very excited to be here in Howard County as we are launching the program officially. PACE is a fantastic economic development tool for local communities and contractors and counties to enable private capital to flow into their building stock to undergo energy improvements such as renewables, energy efficiency measures, and water conservation measures. As PFS, we are the program administrator. We are here to answer your questions and to help you move projects across the line. I'm very excited again to be here. This is going to be a great economic development tool and a great tool for the county. As a Marylander, this is something very near and dear to my heart, that we're improving our building stock and doing so in an economically sustainable way.
Thank you, Gerard. So PACE stands for Property Assessed Clean Energy, and basically it's a mechanism by which building owners can make their property more energy efficient through the use and help finance those improvements through their property tax bill. And that's the basics of it. We're going to hear now from Bryan Pax, who is one of the local business owners here, SuperGreen Solutions, who will be hopefully one of the contractors who will help these business owners make these improvements. Bryan.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. From our perspective, and speaking from my client's perspective, this is a great pathway for them. It opens up a new way to get energy improvements done to their facilities, to their buildings. And with doing it with PACE, it really, for our clients anyway, it makes it very appealing because it's a very easy thing to do, and it's a very just a great benefit to them. Overall, we're very excited. As SuperGreen Solutions, we market solar, LED, and interior storm windows to commercial businesses and residential clients all across Howard County. So this is very exciting for us, and we're looking forward to where this can take us. So thank you.
All right. Thanks, Bryan. And next, we're going to hear from Jason Jannati. He's a good friend of the Economic Development Authority. We met him several years ago as he was an affiliate with our Maryland Center for Entrepreneurship, and has been involved with a lot of energy initiatives in the county. Jason.
Forgive me if I make 0 sense. We are in week 2 of a newborn, so I'm here. I'm happy to be here. This is like my first time seeing sunlight. So, to me, when we first heard about PACE, it was important because the dichotomy really changed. Before, when you're talking with building owners, it was always, what's my return on investment? And what's the payback period? And you always had that 3, 5, 10, 20-year period that you had to overcome. Now what you're doing is you're going cash flow positive from day one. And before we really brought this to the county, and John and Larry and the team and Vernon, I talked to a lot of developers. I said, hey, does this make sense? Is this value, or is this me, somebody in the industry, thinking it makes sense and I'm just in my bubble? And a lot of the developers said, that's a no-brainer. If I can come out of pocket, no cash, improve my buildings, lower my operating expenses, increase my net income, where do I sign up? So really from that feedback, we were able to talk with the county and get a little bit more of a dialogue going with Vernon and the team to say, look, this is the value it offers to the contractors, to the owners, to the community. I think the job creation is something we're going to see. It's going to maybe lag behind some of the policy, but I think you're going to see a big push, because what happens is anybody with an old, crappy building, that's what we say in our office, that's our target. Anybody with an old, crappy building. Yeah, it's a very specific technical term. And those are the people that really can benefit from this, because it puts net income back on their books. So it's a great tool. For us at greeNEWit, our mission is to redevelop real estate to produce power and grow food. We kind of see this as a spectrum where you have the basic energy efficiency all the way to the net positive assets. We see this as a linchpin to getting us from what do I do to a high-performing community of buildings. And I think the amount of growth, the amount of quality that we have here in Howard County, there's no reason why this shouldn't be a net positive community in the next 10, 15 years. So we see this piece of legislation as a marquee way of moving this, transforming this industry. So it was, honestly, everybody gave us so much, be careful about government, everything takes so long. This was pretty easy. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but moving this legislation through was pretty easy. Gerard did a lot of the heavy lifting, but this was really good, and it makes me proud to be from Howard County to see how everything went through. So thank you, guys.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Good stuff. And we're also going to hear from Jason Schwartz, Direct Energy Solar, another company, Howard County based, that we were able to celebrate your expansion last summer into a new expanded facility, and we were happy to celebrate that with you. Talk a little bit about what your role is going to be.
Sure. Thank you so much. Yeah. Well, I have to tell you, that was really uncool, though. I mean, I don't know how to go after that.
I blacked out. I don't even know.
Yeah. Beautiful. So I will humbly start. First of all, thank you. This is an amazing opportunity. It's an amazing culmination of, so where the trajectory of renewable solutions, public-private partnership, investment by the community for the community, both business and residential. From my perspective, and I've been in the social responsibility, environmental space for quite some time, we have amazing innovations that are profound in and of themselves. But this vehicle makes it accessible. It's the glue that brings it together, that makes it real, that makes the value proposition explicit, tangible, and in a way, sort of a regenerative sort of impact. My experience has been, quite honestly, and it's just very simple, and I don't want to sort of pontificate and keep on talking, but the bottom line is, this is the division line between a building owner being able to make a deal happen and to make it work and to be able to invest in their property and not. And I've seen it on the books where you have a PACE loan put together and the actual numbers work well. And if you look what exists in the marketplace and you sort of put that framework down, the deal doesn't work. So this is the difference between the answer, yes, I can make a positive choice for my community, for my business, for the planet, or not. So that's my experience. I just want to say thank you. I mean, this makes our job a lot easier. Our job is to really, quite honestly, get glass on the roof, to make sure that anybody who wants it has accessibility to renewable energy. So this is a huge boost. So thank you.
All right, thank you, Jason. And, Jason, Jannati referenced, this seemed like an easy deal and a no-brainer. An important piece of it was, we kind of came up, worked together with the idea. The administration, put it together, and then, but it does take the work of the council to sort of analyze it and see if this is really a good thing for the county. And Councilman Weinstein is here, was part of that process. And John, would you like to come up and say a few words? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is, I'll just reiterate what I said, it was sort of a no-brainer. Whenever you can combine the benefits of small business with the environment, you sort of have to just go forward with it as quickly as possible. And I think this is a great example. We have lots of great examples here in the county, and in the last couple of years, really an emphasis on sustainability, sort of the hallmark of your administration. This is an excellent example of that. The other thing I would say as well is it's a great example of the idea of business and the environment. There are a lot of people who say, what do you pick? Do you support business or do you support the environment? And this is probably the clearest example that we can do both and see both improve significantly for something as straightforward as this legislation and this program. So I'm thrilled to be part of it, and thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. All right, thank you, John, and thank you for your support in this. So that's our announcement. That's our program. It's you've heard how it makes sense. You've heard how it helps improve buildings, financed easily, and support local businesses actually doing the work. So thank you very much for coming out today, and that's it. So much. Thank you.